So, you've probably heard of Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within, right? It's a legendary book for a reason. But let's be real, it's also a beast, over 500 pages. What if we could boil down its most powerful, life changing ideas into just the next few minutes? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to distill the core system for taking immediate control of your life, step by step. Okay, let's start with the big one. This quote right here, it's the core of everything. It's a complete shift in how you see the world. You know how we tend to blame our circumstances, our job, or past, whatever? Robin says that's missing the point. The real power isn't in our conditions, it's in our decisions. Think about it. Every single thing in your life, good or bad, can be traced back to a choice you made. Or, and this is just as important, a choice you didn't make. Okay, that's a huge idea, right? But it immediately brings up another, even bigger question. If our decisions shape our destiny, well, what shapes our decisions? What's that invisible force pulling the strings, often without us even realizing it? To get to the bottom of that, we've got to look at what Robbins calls the engine of all human action. It's this simple, kind of primal system that's running in the background of everything we do. So, according to Robbins, it all boils down to two invisible forces. I mean, everything. From you procrastinating on that big project to falling head over heels in love. It's all just an attempt to satisfy one of two primal needs. And just understanding this simple dynamic, that's the first real step to taking back the controls. And here they are, the two big ones, avoiding pain and gaining pleasure. Now, the key insight here is how they work so differently. See, the need to avoid pain, that's a super powerful short-term motivator. It's the voice that tells you to hit the snooze button or put off that tough conversation. Gaining pleasure, on the other hand, that's the long game. That's the vision that pulls you forward, the fit body, the successful business. The problem is, most of us are just bouncing between these two forces completely unconsciously. So the real secret here isn't to pretend these forces don't exist. No, it's to use them. It's about consciously, deliberately linking overwhelming pain to your bad habits and tying incredible pleasure to the new actions you actually want to take. It's about you getting in the driver's seat of this engine. And to do that, well, we need to find the control panel. All right, this is where we get practical. We're moving from the what to the how. The control panel for that whole pain and pleasure engine, it's your own mind. And lucky for us, there are two main levers you can pull to change direction: your beliefs and the questions you ask yourself. Let's talk about the biggest lever first, your belief system. A limiting belief isn't just a random thought. No, it's a feeling of absolute certainty about what something means. Things like, I'm just not good with money, or I'll never find the right person. These beliefs, they act like commands to your nervous system. They literally filter your reality and can stop you from even trying in the first place. And here's the game changer. A belief might feel like a hard, undeniable fact, but it's not. It's just a lens. It's the lens you're choosing to see the world through. And just like a lens on a camera, you can change it. The moment you truly get that your beliefs are a choice, you get all the power back. You can pick ones that empower you instead of the ones that have been holding you back. Okay, great. So how do you actually do that? How do you change the lens? How do you shift your focus away from those limiting beliefs and get into a more resourceful, more powerful state of mind? The tool for this is surprisingly simple. The tool is simply asking better questions. Think about it. Your brain is basically a search engine. It's built to find answers to whatever you ask it. So if you ask a garbage question like, why does this bad stuff always happen to me? Guess what? It will find all the evidence to prove you right. But if you flip the script and ask empowering questions like, what am I happy about right now? Or what can I learn from this? Your brain gets to work finding totally different, much better answers. Seriously, the quality of your life is a direct reflection of the quality of the questions you're consistently asking yourself. So we've got the engine, pain and pleasure. We've got the control panel, our beliefs and questions. So how do we put it all together to actually get stuff done? This brings us to what Robbins calls the ultimate success formula. It's a simple, four-step blueprint for turning any vision you have into a reality. It's basically a four-step loop. First, step one, you have to know exactly what you want. Be crystal clear. No vague hopes. We're talking a specific, measurable outcome. Step two, you can't just dip your toe in the water. You have to take massive, committed action. Then, step three, you have to pay attention. Notice what results your actions are actually getting you. Are you getting closer to your goal or further away? And finally, and this might be the most important part, step 4, you have to stay flexible. You keep changing your approach again and again until you get what you want. And the philosophy that just supercharges this whole formula is something Robbins calls CANI. That stands for constant and never-ending improvement. This is the secret ingredient, really. It means you don't have to be perfect on day 1. You just have to commit to getting a tiny bit better, to raising your standards just a little every single day. That's how you build unstoppable momentum. It's how those tiny little changes compound into massive, life-changing results over time. Okay, so we've covered the engine of action, the control panel in your mind, and the formula for success. Now it all comes back to where we started, that single moment of decision where you choose to actually use this stuff. This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? If you want something different in your life, you have to do something different. It's that simple. Real change demands a new decision, a clean break from your old patterns. If you want a new result, you have to commit to a new action, and you have to start right now. Look, at the end of the day, this isn't about just learning something interesting. It's about doing something with it. So we end right where we began, with a decision. Looking at this whole framework we just talked about, what is just one simple decision you're going to make today to change your focus, to shift your state, and to start waking up that giant that's inside you? The power, as it always has been, is yours.